Welcome to What Ifs, where we twist history with mind-bending what ifs. Today's question isn't about music plagiarism. It's about accidental initiation. What if the Beach Boys didn't just steal a song from Charles Manson, but unwittingly started a cult that still exists? Yes, you know the story. In 1968, Dennis Wilson brought Charles Manson to meet record producers. Manson played his haunting folk tune, Cease to Exist. The Beach Boys reworked it into Never Learn Not to Love, cleaned up the lyrics, and released it on their 1969 album 2020. Then they cut ties, said he was too much. But what if they didn't escape him? What if they became part of something far bigger and darker? Imagine this. Manson didn't just write songs. He believed in patterns, in cyclic violence, in a coming race war he called Helter, Skelter, a collapse of order, a descent into chaos, and then rebirth under a new hierarchy. And he believed music could trigger it, not by message, but by timing, location, and repetition. He composed Cease to Exist as a key, not to be heard, but to be performed at specific moments. And when the Beach Boys played it live, they unknowingly turned it into a summoning. Because right after the first concert in which they performed Never Learn Not to Love, people started vanishing. Not fans, not critics, but people near the venue. In Phoenix, 1970, a man was seen walking north after the show. No shoes, no coat, straight into the Sonoran Desert. Found 3 days later, 40 miles from any road, drawing symbols in the sand, a spiral, a wave, and a broken crown. He said,
"They are waiting."
1971, 2 teenagers drove into the desert during the encore. Their car was found abandoned, radio still playing. No bodies, no tracks, just footprints leading into a dry creek bed and stopping. Only a doll with bloody prints was found near a bush. Then came the concert in Victorville, 1973. Same song, same set list, but that night, 7 people left the venue mid-show. Security footage shows them walking calmly toward the edge of a parking lot, then vanishing into the dark. No one chased them. No one thought it strange. Until later, when bodies began to turn up inside locked sheds. Each of them had drawn the same symbol on their arms before leaving, a spiral inside a wave. Manson's personal sigil, never publicized. None of them were Manson followers. They never heard of him. They just said, "I need to go. The song told me where." Now here's the worst part. It kept happening. Every time the Beach Boys played that song, someone disappeared. Always near a desert, always walking north, always barefoot, and always ending up at the same place. Spahn Ranch, the old movie set, Manson's base, abandoned since 1969. Bodies turned up in sealed sheds. No signs of entry, no IDs, no past, just fresh corpses and the smell of saltwater taffy. In 1975, a hiker found fresh footprints leading to the ruins, food wrappers, candles, and on the wall of the main cabin, painted in blood, "They learned to love." By 1980, FBI files noted a pattern. Disappearances spiked within 72 hours of a Beach Boys concert where Never Learn Not to Love was played. Victims shared no demographics, no connection, just one thing they all claimed before vanishing. RIPOSTE. Political piggies understand the harmony. Rise. Again, the dead had no fingerprints, no dental records, nothing, and had nothing to do with those that kept vanishing. But the real reason why the band stopped playing that song had nothing to do with Manson's alleged crimes. It was because in 1982, after a show in Tucson, A group of 10 people walked into the desert together. Only one survived. Found weeks later, dehydrated, whispering, "We are close. Helter, Skelter, death to the pigs." When asked who they were, the survivor drew the spiral wave crown. And then he smiled, like he knew something no one else did. Now, decades later, the song is banned from live sets. The master tapes are sealed, but bootlegs exist, and so do the pilgrimages. Every summer, people gather near Spahn Ranch. They don't speak, they just wait for the next concert, the next note, the next call, and the blood to flow again. Because the cult was never Manson's. It was born the moment the song was stolen. And now, it doesn't need leaders. It doesn't need doctrine. It just needs one chord to make someone stand up, walk out, and follow the melody into the dark. So what do you think? Was Never Learn Not to Love just a hit? Or was it the first signal of a ritual that never ended? Drop your thoughts below, and if you love this strange detour into cursed sound and hidden cults, smash that like button, subscribe to What Ifs, and hit the bell so you never miss another bizarre What If.